Hello, Viv. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Ah, good stuff. Got you as well. Great. Okay. Have you seen the weather outside?
Yeah, it's awful, isn't it?
Dear, oh dear.
Talk about an English bloody summer.
You're not wrong. People come on a visit and they say, we love Cornwall. It's so green. Look at the stuff on the trees. Yes, there's fresh air, but it rains a lot.
I always say that to people who come to view houses here because I say, just look at the moss everywhere.
yeah, they don't get it. Oh, it looks nice. Can you not spread it around? No, we don't want to. No, I'm just taking my socks off. Right. All we got to do is get your confidence back. That's all that is. Women's abdominal areas are made different to men's anyway. And then after you've had surgery, those tissues get cut through and things that you've got all that trauma going on as well. The muscles just need, the muscle memory we talk about?
Yeah.
That's all it is. It's just getting it. So it's instilling it slowly. I'm recording this session and I'll send you the link. So any of the stuff you want to go through again at any time, all you've got to do is click it, fast forward it, and you can get to it. All right.
Okay.
And all we're going to do is just fire up the muscles slowly. So I'm going to start sitting on the chair. Let me change my view so I know that I'm looking okay. So I can see myself. There you are. And there's just me and you, nice and cozy. Good. Oh, as if by magic. Did you see that? There's a chair. For my next
Well, actually, Doug, it's funny because I thought, I wonder if you need a chair with 4 legs. Because all our chairs are modern and they've got that bendy.
Yeah, all it is, I'm just going to sit now. When I asked you about a Swiss ball is one of those Pilates balls.
Oh, yeah.
You blow up. They can take a lot of room in somebody's house. Some people have them, some people don't. That doesn't matter. I hate having a flat top head. Here we go. Okay, so all we want to do is starting off with chair exercises. Now, you haven't got to do this routine through. You can pick one of these and practice it. You can do this on that one. You might want to work through it. It's just different exercises that are going to fire up the abdominal area. And these exercises, I've used them a lot for ladies who've had surgery, been pregnant and coming back and got to get the abdominal area fired up again, okay? And a couple of men as well who had surgery on the abdominal area. God, the chair creaks like hell, doesn't it? I get myself a different. They're not built for exercise chairs, these are they? Okay, so all I'm doing is I'm sat. If I turn it sideways, look, I'm sat on the edge here, just on the edge of the seat. All right. So we're thinking flat feet on the floor, and first off, it's all that is good posture stuff. We have to have the good posture. Think at 30%, and etc. And I'll lean back slightly, and all I'm going to do is put my hands to the side of the chair. You've got a armchair, anything you can put on the side, but they're just to the side. And all we're going to do is raise up the knee and back down.
Okay.
Looks a super simple exercise. And what that's doing is that is working from below the ribs right down to the knees, joining everything together. I'm thinking my 30%, so raise up and back down. The hip flexors are working, and the hip flexors in here. When we do our abs, I always say, if you want to work your abs, you need a good pair of hip flexors and work. So we're working and training the stomach from the down upwards. So we've got our muscles that we know are working really well in the quads. They're coming up. They'll start working up to the rib cage about here and a bit into when people are saying our ribs were hurting. That's just all the muscles joining together. And we're joining together that middle part. And all that is there is that speed. What I want to make sure I'm doing is nice straight line. So you can use your hands to make sure you've got straight. You can sit and do it in front of a mirror if you want to.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't always have to sit and watch me. Watch me. I don't think I would. There. Okay, now so what we don't want is knees going out to the side, but nice and straight. Okay. And from there, what you do is put the hands on the knee, bring them to here, and then join in a hand and an arm.
Like a puppet.
Exactly, just like a puppet. We know that song, don't we? And we do that one there, see? Now what we're doing is we're taking it up the spinal column, into the shoulders, and we're switching on all the muscles around the abdominal area as well. Because, you know, sometimes we'll have somebody, I'll see that somebody had a shoulder injury a couple of weeks ago. We did, and I worked all around the shoulder before we actually came in to exercise it. And that's firing up all this area. And that's an exercise you can do watching the telly. You can sit nice and straight. And how many? As many as you want. There's no rule on that. You are good in the class and you'll be able to feel, yeah, I can feel that working out now. I'm going to call it there. Because you could do 30 seconds in the morning, 30 seconds afternoon. That means you've done a minute. It all adds up. It's a cumulative fitness is, okay? So that's that one, and that's with the chair. Let me get rid of that. I'll adjust my camera because I'm sat down for these ones. Again, now these are really, really good, okay? So, again, just here, I'm going to start off, hands there, I'm nice and comfortable. I want to have the ears short. I just wash my hair, can't do a thing with it. Look. Ears, shoulders, hips in line. Leaning back there, 30% with the abs. All I'm going to do is I'm going to keep the heels in contact with the floor. Really important. And I'm just sliding it back. We've done this in Pilates, haven't we? Laying down. Foot goes flat and I slide it back. Now imagine the floor to be tissue paper. I don't want to tear it. Other foot's coming up. Again, trying to keep that nice straight line and I'm sliding it back. Now you're going to feel your hip flexors working hard, the lower abs, the pelvic floor working hard. It's all getting the nervous system back working again. I've also got my heart rate, respiration rate coming up, and that's very, very gently. That's the speed there. It's a Pilates exercise for the abdominal area. Because the hands are at the back, you're going to engage your pecs up here. So upper body's going to be engaged. Again, we're working down through the body, not just the abs. It's working from the bottom coming upwards. Okay?
Yeah.
Next one for that one is, once we've done that one there, we lay down and we do exactly the same thing. And just one at a time, bringing the heel up, sliding it back down. Now this, because we're laid down now, we're starting to engage the mid to lower spine. So we've engaged the front of the body and now we're taking on the back. That's gone to my mid back now. I've got that neutral spine. I'm going to put the hand under the back under here. I'm switching off the rest of the body and it is just sliding those heels very gently. Now when I first start, the first couple weren't so smooth, but nice smoothness all the way through and back again. All right?
Yeah.
That's the heel slide that way. Now, next one. Again, notice I haven't said heels off the floor at all. Once you're happy with these, then you'll be moving on, okay? So, same position to there, lightness of the heels. I've got my hands on the floor, and what I'm doing now is, it's bringing the heels out 45 degrees, and then back in 45 degrees. Nice and gently out, and back again. And once again, you're going to feel hip flexors that, they're doing all the work. But you think 30% all the time is going to be coming through into the abdominal area. And once again, one from the sitting one, we can come to laying, switch off the upper body, and just move those feet out 45 degrees and bring them back in. Nice and light on the floor, same speed out, and the same speed back down again. All right?
Yeah.
Those ones. Okay. Now from there, laying down, all I'm going to do is keep my insteps and knees together, slide along, raise up to a tabletop, heels back down, and slide both. We're now slowly going to the next level. You're going to feel all of your abdominal wall engaged, sliding in, tabletop, back down, and sliding out again. And it's that speed.
And try not to jerk as well.
Smoothness, yeah. You're laying on tissue paper. Because at first, my very first movement, especially drawing inwards, my heels give a little bit of a, like that. And then it's like, I've really got to focus, make it light. Because when you think lightness, that's when you stop that jerking. So when you're thinking lightness, your foot goes light, you're engaging more of the core muscles.
Okay.
Yeah? All right. When you're happy with those, this is the first time now we've spoke about taking those heels off the floor. Again, I'm sat back to here, I'm nice and comfortable. All I'm going to do is look where the big toes are, raise the heel up and back down. Alternate ones. There. And that's all the height we've got to do. Just to there, up and down. From there, I can raise up and hold, take a foot out to the side and back, place it back down, up, out, there, and back down. All the time we're conditioning the muscles, we're getting the muscle memory in, we've got the nervous system working, we're building up that confidence, taking the leg up there, back down, and we can rest. From there, sitting, I can draw up and back, because we're now working the upper part of the abs, because we're sat up there, and back down. And when we're ready, I can look at, keep both feet together, raise both up and back down, up and back down. Okay? Advancing it on from here, you can bring your hands there, lean back, and then you can go for a little raise up and back down. And just get that rock, see that rocking motion I'm doing? Just rock backwards, there and back, and there and back down. And of course, one thing to think about every so often is to here, there, and just pull the knees up and back and up and back and place back down again. Right?
You made that so easy. I know how hard that is.
You follow these and you'll be doing that in 10 days' time. Even if it's only the once, honest, you will. So there's two ways of doing this one. From here, I can lean back and I can say, right, I'm raising the feet up and down there. Okay. I can do a bit of a cheat first. I can get my balance and just rock back and come back down. See the difference? Rocking back and coming back down. So first one can be there, just up and back down. Then a little bit of a cheat, rock, gentle rock and back. Yeah. From there, there's all sorts of things you can progress to. You can bring it, and remember, always bring the hands back there if you need to. You can come up. You can do leg circles, take those around one way. You can take them back around the other way. You can pause and hold and take leg circles out this way and bring them up. All sorts of stuff that you can do. But the main important ones are the ones we started with this morning, the heel slides and back, because that heel slide is working exactly the same muscles as the one when I brought the feet to the rowing boat and back again. Exactly the same.
Right. Okay.
So we're educating them, slowly taking them through. Notice I haven't come to a sit-up yet as a typical side. We're getting muscle memory in, right through the muscle trains where they're all joined together. And then from there, it's just back. And the sit-up is not hands here and let's pull it up, hands to there, as we always do. Relaxed. As long as the shoulders come off the floor, that's a sit-up. Middle fingers and those imaginary creases of trousers. Nice relaxed breathing, feet flat, and just come up and back down. And that is a nice speed to do, because as I come to here, the abs are being rolled and crunched all together. Okay? Shoulders are only to there, and that is a big engagement of the core. If I had something on my feet now that's coming way up and back down again, that transfers stuff to the back. We're working the abdominal area. So middle fingers, I just slide up. I look at that gap between my knees and back down again. Up and back down. And alternate, take the left hand, put it onto the right thigh, and as I slide up, I get a little bit of an angle in there. So I go that way. It's up and back. Other hand to here, and I get the angle that way, and that gets a crisscross over the abdominal area. All right?
Yeah.
Are you happy with the 30%?
Yes.
You don't want me to go through those. You're happy with those, yeah?
Yeah. Okay, I know
good
that.
stuff. When you're standing as well, there's my camera. There, good stuff. Remember, we put a hand here and I bend forwards, it's soft. When I lean back, it's firm. So a good one is think 30%, engage the abs, bring it to 50, look up and just gently lean back and forwards. And that exercise there, I'll show you, if I turn sideways, look, that's all I'm doing there. That angle and back is tightening, relaxing. After you've done any of those exercises and you stand back up, just put your hands to your hips, think 50% abs, just do that and bring it back, and that stretches all your abdominal muscles back out again, the elasticity, which is really important, there and back. The engagement of the 30%, you can be sitting watching the TV, imagine that belt around, include your pelvic floor, and then squeeze everything gently to about 80%, relax it back down again. Pull those abs in, the chest will come up, 80%, relax it back down again. And you can combine that with a bit of breathing. That's all this abdominal area working. Yeah?
Yeah.
Any of those, you put them together any way you want to. How many repetitions? That's down to you. You know how the body feels when you feel, yeah, I've took that to my 8 out of 10. I can feel I've done a bit of a workout. That's all we're after. Because you'll soon find, you know your own level. You'll be working to your own level anyway. I know you do that. So you've done it, great. You can do it 2-3 times a day. Try and fit it in every day if you can do. Engagement. And even if you can't, you've got the tools in your fitness locker now where you can think, you know what, a busy day, couldn't do that. Yeah, I was out doing some, but I can, and I'm walking along, I can do those 30%, 50%, and squeeze in, bring it back down, controlling the abs. And when I was sitting back and just bringing the feet up and back down, you'll be doing that in 10 to 14 days, you'll be doing that one. All right. Heel slides really important. And when I'm saying the heel slides engaging exactly the same muscles as the more intense, where you're thinking, really? But it is. And that's what fires the muscle. And that's why in Pilates, when we lie down, I get the guys doing those heels and taking them back. It's putting the muscle memory. I mean, I'm talking, I can feel that right through my quads, my hip flexors, into the lower pelvic floor area. Just a quick demonstration there. I can feel I've done that workout. All right.
Okay.
Any questions?
No, I think if you send me the link, I'll be able to go through it and
and
do it again.
You can.
Yeah.
Do that. If you need to get back to it, talk, I'm doing it. Am I doing it right? Can you check this out, and the other? Can we go through? Can I work out and do it? Just let me know. All right.
Yeah.
But I guarantee you that. And what you'll do is you'll know when you get back out on in the golf course and you're swinging that club around and you get the app, you'll feel it down through the core.
Yeah.
You'll feel it right down through 30% in, done as you rotate around. You've got a greater flexibility now anyway with your rotations. And what you want to do is transfer that rotational into power on your swing as you bring the club through and strike the ball and off it goes. Where it goes is entirely down to you, but it'll go a long way.
You never know.
Happy with that, Viv?
Yeah, I am. Thank you very much, because it's been bothering me for a while. I'm so scared of,
I know.
It's particularly the appendix scar is particularly, it seems sensitive. Do you know what I mean? I can, even though it's nearly 2 years, I can still feel it all stretching and pulling.
Have you ever had any abdominal treatments, anything like that?
No, I don't think so. I mean, the appendix, basically, I had a bit of a rough time with it because the appendix ruptured.
Right.
And they tried to do keyhole surgery, and then they had to open me up.
Yeah.
And then I was in hospital for 5 days with a draining. Right. And then when I came home, as soon as I stopped taking the antibiotics, I got a surgical infection.
Right.
And I had to go back in again for another 5 days. So it just was a horrible experience. No. I think it's up here as much as anything else.
Does this pull in? Does it feel like it's pulling deep inside? Does it ever go into pain?
Yeah, I think it's like scar tissue,
One of the things that can happen after appendix is you can get lesions. Aren't
they tears?
I talk about the fascia around muscles. I talk about it's like imagine a sausage with the skin around it. Imagine that being a fascia. Every single muscle fiber's got one. It's like a clear liquid under electron microscope, but it dissolves that when we pass away at 24 hours. It's not there. without that fascia, we'd be a pile of jelly on the floor, basically. It gives us our form. Every muscle's got one. When we get a scar, cut or tear, the tissues need to do this, slide over each other like that, nice and smooth. Nice. Now, when we get a bit of a tightness or whatever, or we've worked out and we've got muscle, oh God, what was Tug getting me to do yesterday? My legs aching. That's because we've got micro trauma and they do this, right? Then we stretch and we get elasticity, which we know is important in fitness, and they slide again. And what can happen is around those lesions, when they grow. So when a deep tissue treatment, like what we do when we do people's muscles, we're breaking all that down and easing it out. What can happen is, after major surgery, is that those lesions can grow inside, yeah, and they carry on growing, and they just go like the roots of a tree, if you like. Okay, they come out. Keep an eye on that tightness and thing. Now, and a good example of this is Bibi had appendicitis when she was about 14, a long time before I knew her, obviously, 14, 15. Or it might have been a bit later. Anyway, she had appendicitis, had the operation and everything, and it almost, I think it burst on her. So hers was quite serious as well. And then when we met, she got a lot of abdominal pain, and she got a lot of pain at the time when her monthly cycle came along, and it was really so. I was doing all the deep tissue treatments and the abdominal area and everything. And it was only, she kept seeing doctors and things. Now, the hospital she was working at is only because she knew a consultant there. And she told me one day, she says that the pain, she said, look, tell you what to do, babes. Let's book you in. Let's have a look inside so we can sort everything out. Went in for keyhole surgery, and she was went in for a quick look, 20 minutes. She was in there 3.5 hours. And all the lesions had come up and around internal organs and things like that. They can regrow back again, you know.
I think that might have happened because when I had the hysterectomy, the surgeon said to me afterwards, it was quite a mess in there, and he had to separate everything out.
Maybe that's what that was. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
All right.
So adhesions, he said it was. So
adhesions.
Together.
Yeah, exactly that. That's it. So you some people don't. Maybe you're prone to that. Keep an eye on that. If it starts affecting your life and you're thinking, "Oh no," always go back and have a chat with your GP and ask for it and say, "Can I have a referral to this?" Because it's key. We're not the NHS like at the minute, but if you need to, go back. In the meantime, these SUPs and everything, all the exercises that you're doing, the deep breathing for the nervous system, all of that is keeping everything nice and relaxed and working. Yeah. And when I'm seeing everybody in 3D after all this time, everybody's looking nice and toned up and everything, you know, and you're no different to that. Okay. But keep everything doing what you're doing. If you think you need to go back medical wise, you go back and see them. Don't let it go on for that way. And follow these exercises that I've done. And then in any event, keep me posted how you're doing. The heel slide's really important, okay?
Yeah.
And then build up. And you haven't got to work all the way through it. Just to reiterate, you can fast forward and say, I'll do that one, Or we had that conversation about magic. We'll leave that bit in all of it, but I'll send you the copy.
Yeah, all right. Thank you. Yeah, thank you very much.
Brilliant. Catch you later, Viv, all right?
Yeah, all right. Thanks, Tug.
Bye, sweetheart.
Bye.
Quit.